Our coverage of the NFL brings us to the southern end of the Tar Heel State and to this beautiful venue, Bank of America Stadium here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Jake Moody now ready to get this one started. And off we go from Bank of America Stadium. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. They're going to start on the ground with Kamara. Escapes a defender. And he'll go down, we'll say right at the 39-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
Here's Rattler. Buys time, and they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. Big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate. When you put the ball in the air, how many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. He got it along the sideline, but just couldn't bring it in within the field of play. That's incomplete, so we've got 3rd down.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in, but out of bounds.
3rd and long for him here. Trying for the deep ball. Oh, they were trying for Cooks, but it's intercepted. And the Panthers take over on his 5th interception of the season.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Straight to the air here. It's Young. And the connection not quite there yet on his opening throw of the game.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
Here we go, set.
Young working from the gun. Flush down out to his left. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they get there to touch him down, Brock. A big gain on that play. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Now the first carry for Nick Chubb. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Chase Young bringing him down there. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Let's go now. Ready?
On the ground, Chuba Hubbard gets it. And he's got it down to the 30 before going out. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
Most of the people watching will forget about that play in a couple minutes, but the coaches won't forget. He has that filed away the next time he really needs to pick up a few yards.
First and 10 now from the 30.
70 range, 70 range.
Shotgun snap now to Young. Connects on the crosser. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. They have themselves another first and 10.
19 tight, 19. Come on, set. 19 Lion. Go.
Out of the gun, Young. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Alontae Taylor has it. And the Saints take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. Well, Brock, they get an early opportunity here inside the red zone, but nothing comes of it after that interception.
Yeah, no question, Kate. You expect that this won't be their last chance or the last time they get in the red zone. This will, or at least should, be the last chance that it ends in a pick. They're going to take that Microsoft Surface tablet. Everybody is. They're going to pull that play up, and most importantly, going to try to identify what happened so it doesn't happen again. Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Mike Tomlin eyeing that play clock, and he gets a timeout just before it runs out. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. They run it from the gun with Kamara. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that first down.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Shaheed motioning right. Oh, look at this. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Any tackle for loss hurts, Kate, but they hurt that much more from a defensive back. Those guys typically are better in coverage, and you've got to find a way to make a miss in the backfield.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Catch made by Alvin Kamara. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 22 on that one. And the Saints are going to have a first down. Now Rattler. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. And it sets up second down.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Second and 10 now. He throws a bullet deep to the right. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tre'Davious White. And the Panthers take over on his 5th interception of the season. And as they celebrate the turnover, we're going to shift our focus to one of his teammates who appears to be injured following that play. Team staff heading out to look at him now. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. from Oklahoma has it. And the Saints are going to have it after his second interception of the season. The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Toward the sideline, and he locates Johnson. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Rattler back to throw. Connects with Johnson. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Caleb Farley arranging over for that stop.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 39. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter. From the gun on 3rd down. And he's not going to get something done. They take him down. So that's how our first half's going to end. A momentum-building play for their defense. Here comes the Saints punting unit. And he's got a good chance to really stick him deep his first time out. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. And the sunlight's not a problem for him. He looks up and makes the fair catch. No return on that punt. And the Panthers are going to take over deep in their own territory. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. This one falls incomplete.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
On 2nd and 10, Young. Chased out to his right. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
They've got 1st down from the 31. Young looking to throw. Escapes the pocket. Now it's a deep shot back to the middle. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Young. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. They send him left out of the slot. A second down throw for Young. Completed over the middle. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. They'll have first and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. They'll run ETN. And they'll make this stop after a small push to the 5. He gets him 3. This brings up second and goal.
Hey, I get it on first and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Let's go. 19 tight. 19 Lion.
Here's Young to throw. Getting out to his left. And after some relocating there, Brock, they track him down away from the pocket. And they're headed in reverse after that sack.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
So now, here's third and goal. Young to throw it. Caught near the goal line. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1.
Well, we have seen the value of a big, physical tight end. Just like that. Those post routes downfield, so hard to defend. The great tight ends, the physical tight ends, it's almost as if they're posting up on the low block in basketball, and you can't get around them.
4th down, Young. Intercepted in the end zone. And the Saints get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
Not a lot of one-play swings bigger than that one right there. That throw looked destined for 6, and instead, well, it gets intercepted by the defense. The only way to get bigger is if he somehow returned it 100-plus yards for 6 the other way. But what a gigantic swing of emotion.
Kamara now on 1st and 10. And the nice gain is met by a punishing hit to bring it to a halt. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a New Orleans first down.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on first down. You just want some yards to set up an easier second down play. But they will take that execution every time.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Another run for Kamara. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. We've hit the 2-minute warning now at the vault. The Saints with a lot of work to do to get into scoring range. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. From the 34. This is reeled in by Kamara. It's a 21-yard gain. And the Saints are going to have a first down. Rattler. Well secured by Brandon Cooks. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time. Offense set for a 1st and 10.
Head to 60. Head to 60. Riggs. Take over.
Kamara running out of the gun. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards them with a 1st and goal.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. They'll run with Kamara. And he takes this down close, up to the 3. We have a timeout here. 2nd one taken by New Orleans. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Quick pass, right side, complete. It's a New Orleans touchdown. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your 2nd read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Harrison Mevis on to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And they add 1 on to their 1st touchdown of the contest. Reed now to kick this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll begin this drive with barely over 25 seconds left. Young on 1st and 10. Hauled in left side. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Now Carolina's going to take a timeout. That's its 2nd. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Young working from the gun. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Justin Reed has the INT. And the Saints get the football back with minimal time to go in our half. Well, just when you think things can't get any worse, Brock, I am not sure what you call it, because I don't think I've ever called it 4 straight drives ending in an interception.
Oh, as a former QB, Kate, I know exactly what to call this. A nightmare! 4 pick games are a rarity, and you never see it happen on consecutive drives. And at this point, listen, hey, offensive coordinator, play caller, run the ball. And I mean run the ball.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. On the move, headed right. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something when no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Reed now to kick this one away. From his own end zone, here we go. Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. The first carry now for Jonathan Brooks. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got him tackled behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
7 Pirates, let's go.
Out of the gun, Young. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Play action now, Young. Forced out to his right. He's got it deep downfield. And they'll have it a little shy of the 40 as he goes out. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
Well, that's sure one way to take the lid off the defense. Great work to find the biggest hole in the coverage. And more importantly, go exploit it.
1st and 10, it's Hubbard. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
Buffalo 18. Ready. Come 19. Come 19. Let go.
Shotgun snap now to Young. Cuffs, this is Xavier Leggett. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Xavier Leggett with the touchdown. Jake Moody on for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Panthers tie this game 7-7. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Returnable from the 2. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now Rattler. Escapes out to the left. He's running with it. And he's out of bounds. Looks like right at midfield. They'll get 18 yards there. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of a defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that 1st down anyway.
Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already to midfield. Here's a give inside to Kamara. And he takes it across midfield and into Panthers territory. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. From the 47. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Not on the same page with his tight end. And that brings up 4th and long. So out now comes the punter. And he's getting the call for the 2nd time this game. And this one's away and looking good. Nice angle on this one, headed towards the sideline. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's ETN to begin the drive. He breaks the tackle. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
From the 20 on 2nd down. Launches one deep down. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Justin Reed has the INT. And the Saints have it as he records his 7th interception of the season. The team total is now up to 5, Brock. 5 times they've picked this offense off.
Say it a 3rd time for me, Kate, would you? Twist the knife for all the fans of this offense watching at home.
5 interceptions in one game. You just got to marvel at how well they played in coverage from start to finish.
Yeah, this goes beyond marveling. This goes to best-case scenario in their game plan. This is one of those special games where absolutely everything is clicking. These defenders, it's like they're seeing the entire field in perfect 20/20 vision.
They give to Kamara, left side. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the 2nd level. Well, someone from the 2nd level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Now they'll throw out of the gun. He's on the move. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Yeah, let's give some credit to the defense here, Kate. Right? We talk about explosive plays. Every offense is looking for them. But when a defense can go back-to-back, Jack, with a tackle for loss and a sack, well, they're more than doing their job.
Third and long for him here. He's throwing deep to the left side. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints parlay the interception into points. Mevis now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Saints break that tie and now lead by 7. Reed now to kick this one away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Finds Sanders. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. That was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Well, I know this. This staff loves the athleticism and versatility he brings to the offense. That's not only as a receiver, but as someone who can take occasional carries and turn them into good yards.
From the 48. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Saints take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
You know, I can still hear the call all the way up in the booth. Okie, Okie! That's what that whole defense screams after an interception, and you see everybody getting involved. That nearly went for a house call. Just an incredible effort by that offense to run it down. But even with that, they will take that Okie any day. What a huge hit in return for that defense.
And he's brought down after a solid gain on what's going to be the final play of the quarter. A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the 3rd quarter. The Saints have it with a lead. Not a big one, though, trying to carry it through. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1.
19, Tiger, 19. Let's go now. Smash, smash.
Another shot for Kamara. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. It looked like they had it, but nope, no gain. And now they're just inches short for 3rd down.
Chances of stalling this drive defensively seem bleak, but how about now? Look at those odds changing, Kate. Still not great, but you could feel a little momentum on their side. Maybe they can muster it up and get back-to-back stops.
Here's Rattler. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
Big moment for Harrison Mevis here. This is a chip shot from the left hash. Mevis able to knock it through. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
It doesn't take a math major, Kate, to realize how important that field goal was. It's now a 2-score game really late and puts them in the driver's seat to go and finish this thing with the win.
Reed now to kick this one away. Chooses to bring this one out. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Come on, set.
Young on the play action. He beams one deep right side. That's complete inside the 35. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset.
Kate, I've probably seen a million balls thrown in my life, and maybe even more. From the time I was in high school all the way here to the pros, and over all these decades of watching guys throw it, and I'll tell you what, I never get tired of watching a laser like that.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. To the air on 1st down, Young. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Xavier Leggett, the target on that throw. So that brings up 2nd down.
See the pass, time up your hit, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on through a well-placed hit like that one.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
Set, go.
Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Buys time, rolling right. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Sticking to the air, it's Young. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
That was a situation where he got the time in the pocket he needed. There just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had 2 choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force a throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your losses on the play.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. They're going for it, Young. Rolling left, buying some time. He's got it to his running back. And he's touched as they pick up that 1st down on 4th.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once, I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7. At the Saints 10-yard line.
Young throwing here. Chased out to his right. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Gets it towards the end zone, but it's incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. So that brings up 4th down. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react, and then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact. This is a case of, well, just get what you can on the way out the door, Kate. It's already out of reach. Just take the 3, let your kicker get some points, and make it a hair closer in the box score.
And this won't be a return. It's going to be a touchback, but because it hit in the landing zone first, Brock, per the new rules this season, the ball comes out to the 20 and not the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And they crush him right near the marker. It looks close, but yeah, Brock, I think he safely got that 1st down before the hit.
And the Saints 1st down.
Handoff headed right, Kamara. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on second down.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
From the 35 on second down. Escapes the pocket. He's keeping it. They gain 14 on the play. And the Saints are going to have a first down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Running behind center with Kamara. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
This offense will take that from their ground game every time. But I know, because I've been around this league a long time, runs like that, they're really hard to come by. It takes everybody, and maybe a little breakdown there on defense, too, to take advantage of.
We've reached the 2-minute warning from Charlotte. Saints leading by 7. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Sending a receiver left. Oh, look at this. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Hey, look, in the right situation, you catch a team off guard. Well, this could be a tremendous play for some big yards. But in the wrong situation, you get hit in the mouth right behind the line of scrimmage.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. On the move, headed right. And really, no, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ballgame.
You want to know a wonderful EA Sports team and director does his job? We're going to see a replay real quick here, Kate. And I want to see that moment of truth, that panic in the QB's eyes. You run that bootleg, you're out there alone. You got to make something happen, or you could take a risk like that. A huge sack for this defense.
He'll throw it. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on third down? Well, we chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Fourth down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. So this one carries all the way to the sideline and out. No chance to make a play on that, and they'll take over at the 16-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10.
Go!
Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
That's just a good play to mix up what you're doing and keep that defense guessing. The execution, that's pretty well done too. Creating the space for a solid pickup.
He'll look to throw it. Flush down out to his left. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. Now the offense is going to take its 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
Setting up to pass. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. Looking for his wide receiver there. So second down coming up.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Back to throw. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Christian Benford has it. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. Well, we knew it, Brock, and now they know it too. That one was on their defense. A fresh set of downs after that penalty. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Here he is to throw. He rolls to his right. That throw behind his intended target. No luck finding his receiver that time. So it'll be second down.
You know, I don't mind taking that risk, especially on early downs. You try to shot downfield, it doesn't work. But Kate, the good news, we've got 2 more downs to try to find it first.
Let's go.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
Go.
Young working from the gun. Trying to push it deep downfield. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. To throw. And they got there in time. He's taken down.
A big loss of the play brings up 4th down.
One final shot here. Forced out to his right. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And it's picked off, but, yep, pretty clear he was out of bounds, so no interception, incomplete. So this will win on the road for the Saints. And they take the first skirmish with their division rivals, with a chance at a sweep awaiting them later in the year in their building. So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. It's a win for the Saints as we say so long from Charlotte.